morning, Jigs. Hope we're actually right way around, doing the right things. Let's see. Oh, yay! Woohoo! Okay, that was about like 10 attempts to get that going, but anyway, we got there. Okay, here we are. Here we are, folks.
Hi guys.
Hey, Sue. We had a nice little bit of a shower as we got here, but it seems to have cleared. But now we've got a noisy vehicle in the distance. Hey, Wanda. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they'll go away, but we will carry on regardless. So, right, hand over here near the speaker so we can hear what's going on. Oops. Can rain. Yeah. A bit hard to tell what kind of we've got here. It's too cloudy. It's normal clouds earlier. Hey, Donna. Good to see you there. Is anybody Sue? Up to oh, yeah. Technical difficulties this morning. Trying to use the phone, a different phone, which wasn't working very well, so I gave up on that. Yeah, well, we'll see what the go is with the timing of the Pope's passing. Hey, Chris. Hey, PM. Hey, Rosalie. Hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, we got 13 on. Hi, everybody in the background. Friend and foe. Sure there's foes there. But welcome all the same. We send you love regardless. Stop the rot. All right. Wow. So that's what platform was that on? Stop the rot. Social media. Yeah, it's a bit chilly here. Oh, it's actually not too bad considering how chilly it looks. Had to take the coat off, it got a bit warm in the sun. Oh, YouTube. Oh, really? Interesting. So does that mean you've lost the content on YouTube as well? But you've got other channels, of course. Interesting. What were you saying? Were you being naughty? Can't imagine it. Okay, I reckon we might be ready to roll here. I feel like we're zoomed in. Let me just check. Nope. Okay. Well, we're still going. You can use all the support that's available out there. If anybody's got spare time, feel free to come and join us at the front gate now. So we'll be here for the foreseeable future. So please spread that around on your platforms. So yeah, every day at 10 o'clock unless otherwise notified.
The Ode of Remembrance. They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end, against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Governor General, this letter is a direct appeal from an ever-growing group of Australian people, both here and at home. We call on you to action the public reveal of the unredacted findings in the police report from the Woodwell Commission 1995 to 1997. Commission, as catalogued with the Police Integrity Commission, resulted in a 90-year suppression order containing 28 names of alleged pedophiles of prominent stature, including judges, government officials, an ex-Prime Minister and others. That our Australian government has made no attempt to undo the 90-year suppression order for the supposed safety and well-being of the population is unacceptable. Revisited again in 2015 in the Senate Legal and Constitutional Affairs Legislation Committee meeting, the then Senator Bill Heffernan delivered the same request for the findings to be released to the public. As the Senator stated, it's not so much the secret that's a problem, it's when a group of people such as the 28 keep each other's secrets. Further into his appeal, he quoted the judge of the day. We decided not to revisit that issue because the public would lose confidence in the judiciary. Governor General, how can you justify the 90-year suppression order of the police report from the Woodrow Commission, given that the Australian taxpayers paid out roughly $64 million on the case? We have a right to full disclosure of the investigations. 28 years later, we have stood each week since August 30, 2021 at Government House in Queensland, and daily since the 7th of February 2022 here in the nation's capital. Each and every one of us knows someone who has survived the appalling industry of child trafficking and pedophilia. It is up to the men and women of Australia to determine their level of confidence in the police, judiciary, the media, yourself and Parliament on this matter. Yours sincerely, concerned men and women of Australia.
Good morning, Samantha. I often talk about frequency and vibration. I came across some words that really resonated with me yesterday, so I'll read those out now. You do not focus on the sickness of the planet to heal and awaken it. You will lower your vibration and make yourself sick from the lower consciousness energy. You can make people aware of how things are wrong and show what is the right way to think and behave through your heart and soul. Once people are aware of the main agenda on the planet, they are then meant to stop focusing on the negative drama of it. The quickest way to override the darkness, sickness on this planet is by becoming as high in vibration as possible. Learn to respect where your focus for your precious consciousness is. Learn to stay away from negative drama. Learn to stay heart-based and stable in your vibration. One person in alignment in the universe is more powerful than millions who are not at all. Use your powerful, awake awareness carefully. The collective consciousness needs that higher, loving awareness, building and growing on this planet and in the collective. Stay love-focused only. It is very easy, and we all do it. Do a bit of clickbait looking for the next crappy thing that's going on. We should be past that by now. Our focus is really important. What's going on through your mind all the time is really important. Your thoughts are creating a reality. If you keep focusing on the negative, then you're giving that energy. You're creating more of it. Doesn't mean you need to have blinders on and ignore what's going on in the world. It's how you think about it, how you feel about it. You don't need to get angry. You don't need to get nasty. Send it love. Be what we want to create. Be that person that you want to be in a loving society. Be that now. That's how we get there. The details will sort themselves out in God's good time. We will have what we need to have when we need to have it. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to stew over it. Focus on the love. Focus on the compassion. Focus on the life that you want to have. Because you can have it right now. And we should have it right now. The more of us that bring that good vibration, the sooner we get there. So when somebody does something to upset you, stop. Come out of the angst and send it love. Give yourself love. And forgive yourself when you don't do what you want to do. Don't stew over that either. Be of a loving heart always. And when you fall off, as we all do, forgive yourself. And that's how we get there. Now, I might just read a bit more of Senator Heffernan's second speech, which is not widely commented on. I'll just go and get that. So we've often heard about Senator Heffernan's speech in 2015, which was in October the 20th. He also spoke in the Senate, and I'm going to read out the Hansard. So this was to the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse on the 24th of February 2016. So, directly from the Hansard. Bill Heffernan said, "I rise today for Chapter 1 of what will take many hours. I recently have been given an order to produce documents to the McClellan Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse to justify my making a case to the Royal Commission, which is doing excellent work and is discovering things on the public record about the treatment of and behaviour towards children in our institutions, which a lot of us have known for about 50 years. Most people have chosen to look the other way and ignore that we have the same problem, I think, in the institution of the law as well as in the institutions of our churches, etc. I was given an order to produce, and I produced, documents to justify my case to the McClellan Royal Commission. I have some of those documents here. The notations from the Royal Commissioner are on the documents. This one I'm holding up here, for instance, asks about boys picked up by Judge so-and-so. Were they Marcellan College students? This is a police intelligence document that says, a certain judge used to pick up boys in the toilets opposite Marcellian College. That particular judge, by the way, gave a sentence of found guilty till the rising of the court to a person who was charged with serious sexual offences. He also allowed a father who was abusing his foster children and whom he found guilty in a closed court, with names suppressed, to go back to the family home. That is that particular judge. I want to make the case that there is clearly a need, and I intend to get a senior legal opinion, for the inclusion in the terms of reference for the Royal Commission under institution to include the institution of the law. We also need a federal judicial commission. In estimates the other day, the Attorney General said, "We do not need a federal judicial commission because there is no endemic corruption in the federal law system." I said to him, "Well, does that mean there is in New South Wales? Because New South Wales does have the very, very successful Judicial Commission of New South Wales, which does everything from educating judges on sentencing to being a speed camera in the system for this behaviour." Of course, I did not get a sensible response to that. That's a different jurisdiction, etc., etc. Within the federal jurisdiction, I have pointed out the behaviour of one Dr. Richard Bell, who has given 2,000 opinions as an expert to the family court. The family court system in Australia is broken. There are a lot of things that go on in there, with partners dividing and accusations of sexual misbehaviour within the family, especially the fathers. This guy, who has given 2,000 opinions as an expert to the court, says in an interview with the ABC, which I would like to table, that he has no real expertise. In fact, he was instructed by a man, Dr. Richard Gardner, who has since suicided, by the way, that Dr. Richard Bell recommends as an opinion maker, and who said, "The child has to be helped to appreciate that we have in our society an exaggerated, punitive and moralistic attitude about adult-child sexual encounters." I'll read that again. "The child has to be helped to appreciate that we have in our society an exaggerated, punitive, moralistic attitude about adult-child sexual encounters." This is the guy giving advice to Dr. Richard Bell. This Dr. Richard Bell insists on interviewing children in front of the offending fathers. How's that for intimidation? And so it goes on. So there is a serious problem in the family court. I now have on my desk in my office a pile which is nearly a foot thick of correspondence from parents, especially mothers, who have been mistreated, as they see it, in the family court. I just think the family court needs sorting out, but I don't have time to go through the particular detail. I have here also police documents that every Attorney General from Philip Ruddock to now has seen. The present Attorney General has not been delivered these documents. He saw some of them in a Senate hearing in Melbourne, where I was not allowed to table them. This goes to why we need a federal judicial commission and why we should include the institution of the law in the terms of reference of the Royal Commission. This is a police document from the Child Protection Enforcement Agency, I will not name anyone, to the Commissioner of Police, New South Wales, with a date. The attached report relates to Justice, the name is deleted, so a Justice so-and-so, who has emerged prominently during my investigations to date. Much of the information is hearsay and not capable of being sustained, but collectively it paints a disturbing picture of a senior member of the legal profession who may or may not have committed criminal offences, but who certainly, in my view, is open to compromise, which is the serious issue. It goes on. In the circumstances, I feel no alternative but to seek your permission to carry out a sustained surveillance operation against this target, being the judge. I do not take this decision lightly in view of Justice so-and-so's high profile, but I feel that based on similar evidence,
I would have little hesitation in carrying out such an operation against any other member of the public. For such reasons, I do not think that this particular person should be treated any differently, though I recognise the matter must be handled with acute sensitivity. I am of the view that such an investigation would serve a dual purpose. Primarily, it may provide evidence of criminal offences committed against young boys aged under 18. There is certainly strong suspicion of such activity. Secondly, it may yield evidence of inappropriate behaviour, which, whether or not it constitutes a criminal offence, would leave the judge open to compromise and ought to be reported to the appropriate legal body. Very important words. It continues. Such consideration was singularly absent from the suspicion surrounding Justice, I won't name him, it is named in the document, Justice Y, which consequently did not show either the police or the legal profession in a good light. I believe this action is defensible on the grounds alone, on those grounds alone, sorry. Subject to your approval, I intend to take personal command of the operation under the auspices of Strikeforce Cori. I also raised in estimates the other day another police document with a list of people. I'm not going to name anyone on this list. I note that the Royal Commissioner Justice Wood said he does not recall this document at the time, even though it is his document signed off by Gary Cook QC. It is addressed to the New South Wales Police Service, and it is a list of alleged pedophiles. A person known to the Commission compiled the list involving pedophilia. The list details his knowledge of activities. These are only allegations, and at the back there are some surveillance issues. To give an idea of the intensity of this, the first person on the list is a former Prime Minister. The second person is a political party heavyweight. The next person is a very senior business person. The next person is a senior judge. The next person is a Supreme Court master. The next person is Justice Y, who sadly has passed away. He should not have suicided. Everyone knew what he was up to. The next guy on the list is a local court magistrate. The next guy is a former president of the Law Society. The next one has also passed away, was a lawyer. The next one is a judge, the guy who used to go to Marcellian College. The next guy is a QC. The next guy is a barrister. 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 The next guy is a QC. The next guy is a barrister. The next guy is a QC. The next guy is a senior partner of a law firm. The next guy is a senior solicitor of a law firm. The next guy is a barrister's clerk, and so it goes on. These are police documents. The Wood Royal Commission in Volume 4 said they were disturbed at the way files were mismanaged and the contents were lost. Sadly, I have a lot of the contents from the lost files, and I've had them for some time. They were delivered to me on a bench in the Botanic Gardens. I think it is absolutely essential that we, the Australian people, give serious consideration to why we should have a judicial commission and why we should get the Royal Commission, which is doing a fantastic job, to include this in its terms of reference. I have talked about Costello's, the boy brothel, and Porky's. Some of the people who attended those are noted here. The police were on the payroll. They would ring up Costello's, the boy brothel, and say, "We're coming to raid you." They were being paid. You can name the coppers, I can name the coppers that were getting the money. The police are seriously compromised. For someone like me, who has all this knowledge, even though you could get smashed for talking about it, it would be derogatory. I do not think that it would be responsible to not try to do something about it. I have a police letter here saying that there was a guy who represented Philip Bell, a notorious pedophile, under a false name in court. I wrote to the police and said, "Why haven't you arrested him?" They said, "It's only evidence from the Royal Commission." They would have to have another investigation. Evidence from the Royal Commission may not be admissible in a prosecution. We would have to have our own investigation. I am advised the prosecution always retains a discretionary power not to proceed. In other words, a cover-up. And then sadly, Senator Heffernan's time ran out. So, very interestingly, so that was February 2016. So Bill Heffernan started that speech off by saying that this was chapter 1 of what will take many hours. And then he said at the end that he has a lot of the content from the lost files, and he's had them for some time. And then he went on to say, for someone like me, who has all this knowledge, even though you could get smashed for talking about it, I do not think it would be responsible to not try to do something about it. So that was February 2016. Beginning of May 2016, Senator Heffernan resigned. We didn't hear about chapter 2, 3, or however many there were. We certainly didn't hear about the hours of information that he had. And since then, he's been silent. Makes you wonder, doesn't it, what happened? Someone who was so keen to expose the corruption that was going on, and then he's resigned. Doesn't take too much imagination to figure out what might have happened there. So, Samantha, has the judiciary been cleaned up since then? Ask Simeon. He might have some ideas. He was at the Wood Royal Commission. Yes, we'd love to know that. From what we've seen, from all the court cases we've been to in the Magistrates' Court, we would say no, the judiciary has not been cleaned up. So, Samantha, are you going to walk past the corruption that tortures, rapes children to further their own greedy, powerful needs, their control needs? Are you going to walk past that? Do you accept that? Is that acceptable in our society? Follow your heart, Samantha. Goes back to the vibrations, the frequency that we all emit. You can raise your frequency by acting from your heart. If your heart tells you that you should be standing up for the innocent, for the vulnerable, why would you not follow it? You will raise yourself. The truth. That's what we want. The truth will set you free because it will allow you to raise your vibration, your frequency. The longer you keep it a secret, the longer you ignore the plight of the innocent, the lower you will go. So Samantha, stand up. That's what we're here for. That's what we're asking. Because the children need you. Exposer 28, Samantha.
Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a jab, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. 2 kicks out of camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They've broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here. They try so hard, we try not laugh. They tow my car, the next day's back in the same car park. These cops ain't smart, I'ma make a drop this charge. Son, you watch, we take it back to the start. No D's, no press fast. Now we charge you, tables are turned. We come with the proof for all the assaults, all the abuse. Nobody can't cut you loose, not lock. Yeah, who at the door? Makadar, bring on the storm. Library to epic, thought we were gone, regroup and come back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here, still ain't got no fear. We will cry, still ain't shed no tear. The sense of it, we still here. Is that all you got? We take on you mob, we unite. You don't call the shot, Sovereign's been here all along. And they're still here, yeah, they're still here. Return of the Sovereign, but they never left, yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. The oldest civilization, it's been how many years? They're still here. Need your support for the new way this war is fought. Alowari for the law and in June income bore accords. Gotta cut out the cancer, yeah, that's what the plans are. Walk with the elders, they got the law, we got the numbers, that is the answer. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got the jab, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. 2 kicks out of camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They've broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here. They see us come, we see them run. Now we are one, free our daughters, free our sons. Yeah, they're getting scared. Front line, you can bet I'm there. Even when we're gone, our spirit lives on. Yeah, we ain't going anywhere. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a jab, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. 2 kicks out of camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They've broken the roads, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, but I'm out on bail and I'm still here.
Okie. Where would we like to sing? Facing. Turn around this way? Turn around that way? I don't care.
We usually go that way.
Okay, let's go that way.
Did you want to pack this up?
Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, we'll finish
I'll
up.
do quickie.
Come on. No. Okay. Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they're all precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, they're all precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. They're not for sale! Yes.
Okie dokie.
So many pedophiles.
So many.
Oh well,
Okay,
it's
troops.
coming. It's coming for 'em.
What are we up to on here, folks? So, we've got Stop the Rot on there today. Their YouTube channel got taken down
Oh no.
yesterday. He's still got his other. Oh, how far back am I gone here? Not far enough. Sorry, just scrolling through the comments. It seems to be a lot. Okay, I didn't think there was that many. Okay.
There's a long
I know,
word you had.
I spoke a long time. It's very hard.
That was good.
Yeah, I've read that out before, but it's definitely worth reading over and over. Okay, so that's the YouTube channel.
Got hit. Everything else is going back to this really good people offered us friendship. Oh,
So then, setting up their socials again. Sue, I hope you're feeling better real fast.
Oh no.
Yeah, just yeah. Oh,
Oh,
envision yourself being all healthy again.
bless her.
Just
That's so good.
be in the love. Remember them. Hi, Ara. Yeah. Hey, Melbourne Snapper Reports. Yeah, all the crystals. Yeah, just so many things you can do when you're feeling out of it. Crystals, I love crystals too.
She puts out seed.
Frequency, frequency machine, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah, but there's lots of sort of in the whole area of Duffy. There's lots of big trees, lots of big.
Yeah, that's the thing. Wi-Fi is everywhere, isn't it?
You
know, anytime you stay in a hotel and stuff, you're just bathed in it. Because every room's, got access to Wi-Fi. Wherever you've got access to Wi-Fi on your phone, well, yeah, you're in it. I've tried everything. All right. Well, I'm sure, Sue, that they'll have something to help you with. You're in the right place, or even though it might be making it worse, maybe you just need to get out of there and go somewhere away from all the Wi-Fi and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't know who that singer is. Oh, sorry, that was the singer at Maggie's. Watched Monday morning. Yeah, they're Monday, aren't they? Yeah, I watched their Monday session at Maggie's, New South Wales Governor. Hey, Nobby.
Yeah, wonderful. And yes,
Oh, come on, Sue. Chin up. Doesn't sound very good, my last hurrah. Oh, no. Send your love, send your prayers. Oh, Sue. Oh, didn't they say what her name was at the beginning of when she started talking, that woman? I'm sure they did. If you go back and have a look at the feed, I'm sure you'd find it. The US, known for insurance data that up to 179 girls under the age of 12.5 have had double mastectomies. Holy moly. Wow. Yeah. I was listening to the new WEF chief, whatever his name is, forgotten now. Yeah, talking about water and our rights to water. And it was an extreme view taken that we should have free access to water. Such an extreme view. It's only, the most, apart from air, the most important vital sustenance for us. It's a shame that they can't regulate air intake, isn't it? But yeah, so yeah, it sounds like the new guys' focus will be on controlling water supply, so that, us little plebs who are standing up against them, we might be dehydrated out of the picture. God, good luck. They're going to stop the rain from falling. Well, they could do that too, I suppose, couldn't they? Yeah, interesting times, isn't it? Yeah, crazy stuff. Testosterone for girls and estrogen for the boys, and yeah, that's it, isn't it, Nobby? The reason that they're having such an identity crisis is not because of they were born into the wrong body. It's because of the abuse and whatever has happened to them in the meantime, and they've never been given the skills to deal with it in a constructive way. But no, let's just, it's another case of fixing symptoms, not fixing the cause. So you change the gender, but the reason that they wanted to change gender is still there, so they're still not going to be happy. Don't want to step out. That's it, they do, Nobby. Children have the right to grow up with their bodies intact.
It's always been part of it.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Katie. Hey, Catherine. Oh, yeah, if only we could get hold of the material that
I haven't really looked into it. I've seen bits and pieces.
that Bill Heffernan was talking of. But anyway, that ain't going to happen. Unless somebody in authority pulls their finger out and gets on with it, hey? Yes, Westerly. Hey, Cosmic Gypsy. I think I know who that might be. Hope you're going well. Ah, I definitely know who that is.
Too old to go to jail.
Well, I knew, but you know, anyway.
That's what we know for sure.
Yep, Gypsy on love.
And then people go, oh yeah, we knew for sure.
Stay in your heart. Tears, we have shed a billion tears. Yeah. Yeah, it's time. It's time for all of us to stop wallowing in the negativity of it all. You're only feeding it. You've got to work towards essentially raising our vibration, and the way you do that is you follow your heart. So, you know, your mind is telling you all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It's telling you, you know, your ego and your mind are drawing you back towards all that controversy and all the hating and all of that. We should be well past that now. You've got to get into your heart. You listen to what your heart tells you to do, and you're following the path that you're supposed to be on. And it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean it's the, you know, smooth path. It'll be quite the opposite. But got to change how we're approaching this. Get out of the anger. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen. Lots of stuff is on the cards. Lots of stuff going on in the background. So, yeah. StreamYard. I had a brief look at StreamYard at one point and went, oh, that's kind of, is that like a Zoom sort of thing? I've forgotten. Yeah, just, you know, enters my awareness and then I move on. That's gone. But yeah, we're open to whatever. As things change, then we shall change too.
Thank you, darling. See you, darling.
Bye guys, we love you.
See you tomorrow too, aren't we? Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Okay. Oh. Okay, so just get as much protection on you as you can, hey? Yeah, that's it, Cosmic Gypsy. Ah, Dan, the heartbreaker, yeah. Well, you know, we're given all these trials and tribulations in our lives to learn from. You know, we have I've certainly had the most painful things happen in my life in the last 4 years. And, you know, initially it's so easy for it to start to take you down. But then the stuff that you find when you don't succumb, you stand in your power. And the wisdom that you gain from that and the strength, oh my God, yeah, I can't see that anything can take me down now because I've been through I can't imagine anything worse than what I've been through, but yeah. And as painful as that experience has been, what I've gained from it, you couldn't buy it. There's nothing that can compete to or compare with what I've learnt from it. So yeah, we all definitely will, if we haven't already had our big tribulations. You've just always got to look for what's it teaching me. What am I going to learn from this? What strength can I gain from it? How do I overcome it? How can I look at it from a different perspective? There's, you know, everything, you can look at it from so many different perspectives. The most simple thing that happens, you have 10 people observing it and they'll all have a different perspective. So, you know, it's up to you to choose a different perspective. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Crypto. Yeah, we need to still be aware of what's going on, but we're not in it. It's not part of us. Don't make it part of you. If you buy into it, then you're part of it and you're contributing to it. So yeah, be aware, but you're not in it. So don't go into it. Yeah, watch how you react and learn. Always learn from how you react to stuff. Every day's a learning day. We had that the other day. We had, you know, our chat was going pretty poorly the other day, and yeah, it dragged us all in. It was really quite interesting. So I certainly didn't hear what was said that day. I was online, and the drama that was going on in the chat. It was like, oh, okay, and then when we sort of the chat had quietened down, it's like, oh, everything's finished. The GGs is all finished. They'd sung the song and everything. It's like, oh, got dragged into it. So we all do that. But then, yeah, some of you may not have been there the next morning, and apologies were given. So fantastic. Oh, unbelievable. That's exactly what you want, to reflect on what's happened and take responsibility if you can see that you contributed to it. So yeah, that's all we can do, and that's the growth. You're triggered by something, and if you find that you're constantly triggered by the same thing or a whole range of things, you've got to stop at some point and go, well, why am I triggered by this? Where does it originate from? When was the first time that I can recall that I had that feeling, that response? And that's where you go back to. So what you're reacting to now, it's not the now thing that's causing it, it's whatever happened way back whenever, in your childhood or, in your teens or whatever. That's the thing that you haven't processed and haven't dealt with, haven't forgiven yourself for. You don't need to go back into the minutiae of it and experience the whole trauma of it again. That's where you bring in a different perspective. How can I look at that differently? Can I forgive myself? It's about yourself. It's not actually about the other person. And can I forgive myself for every other time that I've reacted in that way, where I may have hurt somebody else because of my own pain? And yeah, you can forgive yourself. That's what you need to do. And if you can do that, then you should short-circuit that reaction. So next time that same situation occurs, maybe you won't be triggered. That's your clue, isn't it? That's where we should be at, in my opinion. Yeah, that's it. Gypsy? What do I call you? Cosmic or Gypsy? I'll just call you Gypsy. Yeah. Oh, no, what am I doing here? Trying to block somebody. No, don't do that. Yeah, sometimes we do, but we've got to watch. Just looking at Katie, your reaction. Yeah, sometimes we do need to blow off steam, but we don't need to blow off steam at somebody else. That's where things go a bit haywire. Yeah. Yeah. What lessons do I need to learn there? And so yeah, often, there's feelings of abandonment or other reasons for feeling not worthy, that you're not good enough. And what you're actually doing then is giving somebody else the authority over you to determine if you're worthy or not, where nobody has that authority. So yeah, you've got to look back and oh, hang on, I've lost what I was thinking, but anyway, blah blah blah, whatever. Holographic kinetics healing. Oh, not heard of that. That sounds cool. Oh, there's so many different methods to release the blocked energies that are associated with traumas in your past. And often you really don't need to know what happened. It's just a frequency. It's all, everything is frequency. So yeah, if you can release the blocked energies in your body with the correct frequency, yeah, it's amazing the results that you can get from that. So frequency and medicine is fantastic, and there's so many different versions of that. So yeah, it's all a matter of experimenting. I've not heard of holographic kinetics. I'll have to have a look for that. Holographic kinetics. Yeah. I did a body talk session a few weeks ago, which was amazing. That's I guess it's based in kinesiology, but it also has like Reiki and Rahani energy healing. I hadn't heard of Rahani energy healing before. That was beautiful as well. And the practitioner that I saw had a lot of spiritual input from her guides and mine, I guess. So yeah, amazing. So yeah, you never know what's out there. Just got to have a go. Okay, well, oh, okay. Oh, kinesiology again. Yeah, I think there's a lot of those sort of healings are holographic. You can do them online, over the phone, because you don't physically need to be with the practitioner. So yeah, really cool. So yeah, if you find somebody in a different town that's doing it and you're not able to get there, usually they can do them over the phone. Yeah, I don't know that we need to be too concerned about having to remember stuff. If you really need to know something, for the highest good or whatever, then it'll come to you. You might something more appropriate might come to you too. Healing, yes. So we'll be sending you lots of love and healing, Sue. I'll sit down and do some stuff when I get home. Connect with you. Let's see what I can send through to you. Okay, well, we might finish up there. Well, Dave's still sitting here waiting for me to shut up.
Oh, that's all right. I'm reading the chats too. So
Oh, cool.
that's all right.
Okay, good. I'm not keeping him hostage here. Okay, well, that's a lot of good stuff today. Okay, well, we'll see you all again tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be not quite so overcast. I think we're due for some rain though. Who knows? It's gotten a little bit cooler. I think we might be not getting back into the mid-20s anymore. Might be, 20, 22 degrees and down from here on in. Getting a bit cooler at night, but it all depends on the wind and the rain, how miserable it is. But we'll be here anyway. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Keep your spirits up. And always, you know, on that stuff. Did I show you the duckies? Lots of duckies here. On the duckies. Making a bit of noise there. They're having a good day. Anyway, distraction. Stop being distracted. Okay, I'm going now. Catch you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Lots of love to you all. Shine bright. Be love. Always be love. See you all later. Some more chat. Silver bells are healing. Oh, silver bells. Cool. Oh, hello. Here we go. When you alter the issue to a new outcome, it bleeds through to your immediate family. Ah, yeah. Ancestral trauma, right? Absolutely. Absolutely, Katie. That's the most beautiful thing about that type of healing. It doesn't just improve you, it heals. Improve, that's the wrong word. Heal you. It heals your ancestry, and it heals your family now, and heals future generations as well, because you're not carrying that trauma through. After, you know, sometimes it's ancestral trauma that you're dealing with. Often it's your own life trauma, but then if you don't deal with it, there's potential for it to carry on to future generations. So yeah, definitely, so cool, those healing modalities. Love it. Okay, as I said, bye. See you all later. Here's some big whirlpools. Cool. Oh, sorry.